Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we are going to talk about 3 different topics. It's going to be a very quick video and there's some rumors that I do want to address, what's real and what's not. So we are first going to talk about Dembele. So according to Calcio Mercato, we do have someone named Luis F. Rojo. He did claim that no club wants to buy Dembele for 60 million euros. Everything indicates that he will continue at Barcelona next season. So this is the second player in a row that a player is going to be sold for a third of what we bought them for. The other player that we have talked about recently was Philippe Coutinho. I don't know if you guys remember, but I did explain that Coutinho might be sold for around 65 to 70 million euros, and we did buy him for 130 million euros. And it's very frustrating to hear that this is going to be potentially the second player in a row where we are going to lose a lot of money. And it's especially frustrating because the reason why they're going to be sold for so low is because they haven't done anything for FC Barcelona. Now, the main difference between Philippe Coutinho and Dembele is that one stays injury-free and one does not stay injury-free. And Dembele is that player that never stays injury-free. And the main reason why we are hearing that no club wants to buy him for 60 million euros is because of his lack of fitness. Like, the clubs are saying, yeah, no thank you. We want Dembele to get himself together first before we can even consider bringing a player like Dembele in. Just to give you guys a better perspective of just how these clubs are thinking, because I know that some people in the comments are going to say, who wouldn't want to buy a player like Dembele? So, like, for example, this is a very similar situation to Dembele, the player that we talked about yesterday. Like, Dembele is supposed to be that defensive midfielder that we are supposed to bring in, right? But we have heard that he does not like to track back, he does not like to mark, and we have also seen that his legs give out like in the 50th, 60th minute, and he has also claimed that playing as a defensive midfielder is super boring, and we do not want to hear that from a player or see that from a player. Especially if it's coming from me, I want to see that player actually show why he wants to come to a club like FC Barcelona. And to me, I'm like, yeah, no thank you, I don't want a player like that, especially knowing that you are going to be in charge of our midfield. And so the same thing with Dembele, right? These clubs are thinking that exact same way. The clubs are saying, we want Dembele to stay at FC Barcelona until he can show why we should pay his release clause. And so that is where the questions come in, right? If Dembele is fit, 2 questions come into play. One is, what role is Dembele going to play if he's fit at FC Barcelona? Because let's say if Dembele is fit and he's firing and he's scoring goals and he's providing many assists and Dembele feels like he's ready, where is he going to play? Because we have Trincao coming in, Messi still plays on that right wing, we might potentially bring in Martinez, we might potentially bring in Neymar Jr. So if he's fit, where is he going to play? And if he's fit and he plays extremely well next season, that is where the other question comes in. By the end of that season, which is next season, 2020-2021, should we keep Dembele after having a great season, or should we sell him and finally see the clubs come in and make a huge offer? Let me know what you guys think. Now moving on to the next topic of the day, and we are going to talk about Coman. So it says here, according to Sport, young Bayern Munich winger Coman is on Barcelona's list of potential signings. Coman would be a backup option for Barcelona in the summer, who are keen to sign Martinez and or Neymar, but are also weighing up other options just in case. So if you guys don't know who Coman is, he is a 23-year-old left winger who plays for France. And Coman has been known for being an exciting young talent, and it's because of multiple reasons. Like, he has pace, he has versatility. Like, I know I said that he plays left wing, but he can also play right wing, and his quick change of movement. So he does provide that width that Barcelona needs, which is why Coman seems like such an exciting player in the eyes of FC Barcelona. And Coman does remind me of Dembele. Yes, because of how fast he is. Yes, because of the playing style, but also because of the injuries. What Coman had to go through in this season has been extremely awful for him. He has had a total of 3 injuries this season. And so that is where we have to be very cautious, because we do not want to bring another Dembele in. And this is where the other question comes in for Coman, right? If Coman is fit, just like Dembele, right? If he's fit, Coman would have no place at FC Barcelona. I just don't see a player like Coman work out at a club like Barcelona. Because let's say, okay, Coman plays right wing, right? Barcelona says, you're going to play right wing, and that's going to be your position. We're going to have Lionel Messi, we're going to have Dembele, and then then we're also going to have Trincao. And then another question comes up, and we're going to ask, why would we even bring Trincao if we're going to bring in Coman? And it's going to ruin Trincao's and Dembele's development on that right wing. And then let's say, okay, fine, we're going to put Coman on the left wing. Then you are seriously going to really stop Ansu Fati's development. And he's only 17 years old. He does have plenty of years in his career, and it would be very sad to see Ansu Fati stop developing at a club like FC Barcelona only because Coman is in that position, and he's young enough to take away Ansu Fati's years. So it wouldn't be a wise choice. The only reason why Neymar's transfer does work is because he's 28 years old. So let's say, for example, he's 28 years old, Ansu Fati is 17 years old. Neymar plays for the next 5 years. Worst case scenario, right? He plays for the next 5 years. He stops at 33. Ansu Fati in 5 years would only be 22 years old, which is why the Neymar transfer works much better than the Coman transfer. Neymar would only be here for the now, and Ansu Fati will be more than happy to take the mantle on that left wing. So when we are talking about Coman coming to FC Barcelona, there are more reasons not to buy him than there are reasons to buy him. So no thank you for Coman going to FC Barcelona. Now moving on to the last topic of the day, and we are going to talk about Lautaro Martinez, and this is going to be very quick. So according to Sport, Inter have rejected Junior, Firpo, Rakitic, and Semedo for Martinez. Conte is not interested in any of the three players as he builds for next season, although he is open for other players in Barcelona squad as the Catalans look to bring down the Argentines' 111 million price tag. So this report is very similar to what we heard last summer. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a report that came out that Neymar is going to be brought into FC Barcelona if we give in three players, which was Semedo, Rakitic, and Dembele, and that never turned out to be true, and it came from the same source also. Sport is recycling whatever they used last summer. So as far as this report goes, this report is completely false. Barcelona has never put in three players for Lautaro Martinez, and so if you see anything close to this, just remember that reports like this is false. This will never turn out to be true. It would not make sense for FC Barcelona, and it would not make sense for Inter Milan. The only time I could see a player being swapped in for another player would be if Barcelona offers Griezmann for Neymar Jr. or Coutinho for Neymar Jr. Those are the only times I can see Barcelona and Inter Milan negotiating a player plus cash for another player. But besides that, Inter Milan will want that 111 million euros in cash. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. That's it for today's Barcelona daily news. There are going to be some updates about Bartomeu's situation in the club right now. At the moment, he is trying to find out the replacements for the 6 board members that left, and I'm going to put that information in the comment sections down below, so feel free to read that. I'm going to leave it there in the comment sections. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.